boys and girls. It's when I feel like 8 o'clock. I'm Pearlo Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom, the live program, live interaction program where we do a lot of pick games, see what we like, and we do a lot of talking about hockey. That's really what it's all about, right? Glad to have you all here in the chat. Where is everybody today? Okay. Usually we have a flood of people come in here and talk, but nobody's here at the moment. So I'm going to go to today's games. I don't know. Okay, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk. I can talk. You had a really good coach get fired in Calgary today. People don't know that I'm here. Geoff Ward got fired today from Calgary. It was funny, we were talking yesterday before the game started that, do I have it on the right channel? Yeah, oh, here we go. Hey, ooh, scaring me. I thought nobody was going to come in the chat here today. Thanks, NHNR. How you doing, my friend? I was just going to go talk about Geoff Ward getting fired from Calgary, and I don't think Geoff Ward was a problem. I watched John the Goat's video today, and he pretty much agreed with me. He's not the problem there. This is like the last ditch ever. But great for Dwayne Sutter to get back on the road. I bet you Dwayne didn't see that coming. I bet you Dwayne wasn't sure if he'd ever coach again. But he gets to do so in Alberta. The Sutter family is from Calgary, Alberta. So good for him. Good for him to get that opportunity. I don't know what he's going to do there. I know that he's I don't know how much he's changed or if he's the same as he was before. He basically coaches a lot like Claude Julien coaches. He's a shoot first guy. He plays very simple. Stay on the defensive side of the puck at all times. I mean, if these guys were thinking that they were going to, I don't know, if the players, the idea of being creative and playing a creative game is not what Dwayne is known for. Let's put it that way. I would say one of the big things I find in this is Gaudreau. How is he going to fit in here? Dwayne Sutter is not the greatest coach for people like Gaudreau. So, might be a little bit difficult, especially if he's already been thinking about going elsewhere, and there has been rumors of that. Of course, he's never said publicly that that was the case or anything like that, but his play on the ice is pretty uninspired a lot of the times, I find. And I don't think that Dwayne Sutter as a coach is going to add to that inspiration, really. So that could be pretty difficult. That could be an interesting situation to see if they are able to, if he's going to fit in with Dwayne Sutter's system there. Guys that will do well with his system, let me go look it up here. Let's go look up the Calgary. Basically, Sutter, I think, coaches the way Calgary wants to be. I guess that's a good way of putting it. This is what the Calgary Flames always dreamed to be. What Sutter is. They're grinding. The grinding type. Tough, in your face type hockey. Matthew Tkachuk will be great there. Michael Backlund should like Dwayne Sutter. Elias Lindholm should like Wayne Sutter. He might be able to get Sam Bennett on his side. It's possible. Um, as far as defenseman goes, like I don't think Oliver Shilington will be playing too much. Like Rasmus Anderson will probably get along with any coach. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to make it interesting to watch Calgary for the next little while. Hey, Jacket, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in. We were just talking about the Calgary firing of Geoff Ward. I think Geoff Ward will land on his feet. I think Geoff Ward will get a job in the because I think most people are from the outside looking in Calgary are not looking and saying Geoff Ward was a problem. Geoff Ward was turned around Calgary pretty well last year. He was there for a very short time. I like what John said in his video. This seems like a desperation move by Travaglia because this is it. If Calgary doesn't make the playoffs this year, he's gone. General manager is gone. And then it's like a whole reset all over, which just seems to be a constant thing in Calgary. But you could see a whole lot of stuff happening. If they don't make the playoffs, I imagine they're really going to be looking at their core. Although I don't think Lindholm is going to be one of them. Certainly not Matthew Tkachuk. Certainly not Rasmussen. Giordano, I'd have to look at his contract. But, I mean, even he may want to give it a shot somewhere else right now, the way Calgary is going. There's a lot of work to do in Calgary. There's a lot of reset that has to happen in Calgary. Monahan, like all of them could be gone. And then I don't think it'd be like a total rebuild. They'll probably go after free agents to fill in gaps. And, they will take some young players back and picks. And you might even see a whole firing of the scouting staff, all kinds of stuff going on in Calgary. So should be very interesting to see. Did you guys watch the games last night? I'll get into the games last night. I'm going to give people a little bit of time to get in here. McKinnon apparently is all right. He's going to be playing tonight. He looked like he sat on the ice for such a long time. It really looked like when he got hit, he must have been just playing that up. Or maybe, I don't know. I didn't see the hit, but the hit didn't look good. So it may be just like he's out of concussion protocol already. I never saw that coming. Oh, I got to share this. That's one thing. So while you guys are here and we're waiting for people to come in, I'm going to share this around a little bit. We got to get some people in the chat. More news. There wasn't really. Let's look at. I'm going to look up pro hockey rumors news, and we'll talk about that a little bit. Oh, Brent Seabrook has finally called it a career. Good. Not bad. Not because I don't like Seabrook, but I was worried that guy was going to come back. He had like 5 surgeries after in the last 2 years. It's like there was. I just couldn't see any way that he was coming back. Yeah, I didn't see any way that Seabrook was going to be able to come back there. I thought it was a little crazy to even give it any consideration at all, to tell you the truth. He was so beat up. Not to mention, Chicago's on a rebuild. It's just he had a great career. Uh, he just got beat up with that career because of the way he played, and maybe sometimes it's not fair. But he made a lot of money. I think he'll be all right. um, it's what's going on here? He'll be all right. But I'm glad he did. I'm glad he had a great career. Good for him for making the decision to not get hurt more, because as far as what when he, some news out that there isn't it. What do you mean? Yeah, fake it if you have to. Yeah, maybe, right? Yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, we got four concurrents. Who's here? Ricketts. On your, I'm on my own today. Yeah, Fridays are busy for everybody. Joe's got his, or John's got his show tonight. We got to watch that. I believe it's 8 o'clock Eastern. He does his live show, talks about all the stuff in the week and stuff like that. Joe has just got really busy. I thought Peyton might be on, but he never got back to me today. But he goes to school and all that kind of stuff like that. He's trying to finish up his school for till the end of the year. So it's nice to have people on, but and I'm gonna have more people on in the future. Where I just got I did an interview yesterday for somebody who I really like, and I think they might be coming on. If you know anybody that would like to, especially just for all sports, or yourself, you can get a hold of Steele, and we'll make that assessment from there. But we need a lot of other sports people right now, especially like not especially. We got hockey a lot. We'll take more hockey people. Don't get me wrong, but we really could use baseball, football, uh, um, basketball. We haven't got one basketball person yet, so we need some basketball people because we're going to be doing. We're called the All Sports Network for a reason because we do all sports. Uh, oh yeah, it might be the Saturday night. I might be doing another live stream with Peyton this Saturday night actually. Uh, so that'll be fun. Um, yeah, if you haven't seen Peyton's play-by-play, you should check it out. He goes off pretty good, pretty emotional, especially when he's doing Oilers games. He is crazy emotional. It's pretty fun. Uh, so game. I guess we can get into games last night. Like I said, you got to contact Steele. When Steele's on, just yeah, I think you have his. You can email him and all that kind of stuff like that. You have his email, so you email him and he'll. You never know. You never know. Can't say it's 100% for sure by any stretch, but we'll look at everything right now. As far as who we have now, like Peyton, Joe, Pro Joe, uh, John, and the Slapshot Sweethearts, all of those people. We found them on. I searched for them online and I looked for the best people I could find, and they were the best people I could find. So. Not necessarily. There were some people that I liked, but they never got back to me or just didn't think it was for them or whatever. But they were the best people I could find that were interested. Most people wrote message back right away, though. We do have writers. Yeah, writing is part of the deal. So you could be something if you're interested in writing. Joe Projo writes. I guess John's going to be doing some writing. Peyton probably writes. I don't write myself. Although I'm starting to get into it now because for my Patreon, I write analysis for every game now, and I'm kind of getting to like it a little bit. I never thought I'd say that, but so we got quite a few people in here now. If you're here, let us know who you are because I want to get as many people in here possible before we look at our picks from yesterday, so we can brag and gloat or not. One thing I did like about having someone on here with me is that I can see the chat, like they can look at things and I don't have to look at my phone all the time to see who's chatting. But we'll do it. We'll go back again. Good, sweet. Good thing you'll talk to Steele. So that was the news, I think, of the day, pretty much. There has been talk of Pearson being traded out of Vancouver. Vancouver is going to maybe look at some players that Sutter, Pearson, guys like that, if they don't turn it around here. They beat Toronto last night. That one ticked me off because my gut was Vancouver, but I couldn't pull the trigger on that. At least the Habs got a point last night. Yeah, we picked the win. I think we were all pretty good on that game last night on Winnipeg. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Hampus Lindholm for Anaheim's out for 6 weeks. That's crazy. Their season's done. He's like one of the most underrated defensemen out there. They're not going to be able to get by without Hampus Lindholm in the lineup. That's Anaheim, that is. 9-6-6. So yeah, it's starting to look like that coaching move didn't really do what they thought it would, right? What do you do now? You changed a lot of the players. You brought in free agents. You fired your coach. I mean, what's next? Is Bergevin ever, like, does Bergevin have all just infinity rope or something? After this year, if Montreal is not, even if they get out in the first round, you got to think finally Bergevin's time is over there in Montreal, don't you? After all the moves, like, it seemed like all the moves that were made in the offseason seemed a little desperate. Like, we got to win right now or else. So I would have to think the Bergevin is probably walking a pretty tight rope right now. Okay, well, I mean, it hasn't translated in wins yet. Yeah, I agree. The energy seems a little different, seems a little better. But one thing I do got to say is, what's his name again? Put it down in the chat. I like his intensity behind the bench. He's a very intense guy. He keeps. You don't see that too much in the NHL anymore. Most coaches stay pretty calm, pretty chill. They keep a stoic look on their face, like Quinville, Barry Trotz, those kind of guys. They don't actually, most coaches, but he's got a look of like intensity in his face, and he looks like he's very interactive while he's coaching too, which you don't see as much. Like, he's interacting with the action on the ice. So yeah, we'll see how the end of the season goes, but Don Ducharme, right? Sean Burke. I did like that signing of Sean Burke. Sean Burke was the guy that found, first of all, he was a great goaltender to begin with. Sean Burke was probably one of the most underrated goaltenders ever. So, but also, he's a guy that resurrected Dubnyk's career from the Oilers. He brought him from, he identified him in Arizona and went and said, you got to get Dubnyk. I see things in him that I can help him with this game. And he brought him over to Arizona and he crushed it. And for the first 2 years in Minnesota, he looked really good too. And then had some personal issues and it fell off. But he seems like a great coach. He seems like he's a different type of goalie coach as the one before. So we'll have to give him some time to work with Price to see if there's something different that he sees with Price or something that slipped into his game or what have you that wasn't there before. So, uh, okay, well, I guess we got 7 people in here. That's pretty good. We're going to start going over to our games from yesterday. Yeah, it looks like he's just gotten old now. He went through some serious personal issues with his wife, uh, where she had cancer, and I think it maybe had him start thinking that there's more important things to life than hockey a little bit, and all kinds of stuff. It wore on him or whatever. It can change a person, right? So I'm just guessing here. I don't know exactly, but he hasn't been the same. He went to San Jose. Nabokov, who is thought of like the goalie whisperer, really, it doesn't seem like he's gotten much better with Nabokov there in San Jose. So um, we'll see. He's got still time, but every game I've watched him in San Jose, he does not look good. That's pretty much an over as soon as you see it. Okay, well, let's go. I got the chat on my phone here. We're going to go for games yesterday. We'll talk about the games from yesterday. First of all, Islanders and Sabres. What can you say about this? Like, Buffalo was outshot 2-1 in this game. More than that. Buffalo only had 18 shots on net in this game. That is crazy. For an organization that is floundering like they are, yeah, they had 26 hits, though. They hit a lot. They started hitting, but they didn't get a lot of shots. The Islanders just played Islanders hockey, and the Sabres had nothing to answer for it whatsoever. I didn't see a lot of this game, but like Skinner, 1 shot on goal and -1. Every single game, he gets 1 shot on goal. A $9 million player getting 1 shot on goal. That is crazy. Olofsson, like there's nobody on this team that stood out. Reinhart got an assist, but he had no hits, no shots on goal. Like, it's not just one guy here. Like, the whole organization. A whole organization is garbage. Taylor Hall had 2 shots on goal yesterday. Dahlin, I saw a quote. Dahlin, before this game said, this is a total embarrassment how we're playing. It's terrible. It's awful. He's like saying flat out like that. That's the energy in that room right now. And what are you going to, is a coaching change going to change? I mean, how many times are they going to change the coaches in this organization? I have no answers. I mean, it will help if they had a goaltender, that's for sure. Johansson is, pretty much a young guy who may never have much of an NHL career. Although he did stop 5 of 45 shots yesterday, so not too bad considering he's a young guy. Eberle's crushing against Buffalo, but yeah, they're definitely going to move Montour if they can, if anybody's going to take him. That's the problem, is Buffalo's so bad. Who wants what's on the roster? They're going to trade Hall, I'm sure. They're going to trade Hall. They got to get they signed him. They're not going to re-sign him when things are this bad. He only played 15 minutes last night, actually, oddly enough. So they're going to trade Hall. What else? Who else are they going to trade? Cody Eakin, they'll get a 4th or whatever. Riley Sheahan, if anybody wants him. Tobias Reeder. Lazar, maybe. Although he's been one of their most hardest working guys they have. They might keep him on. And then, start all over again, I guess. What do you do? It's crazy. It's just such a crazy organization. Anyways, the Islanders crushed it. So, yesterday we had Jacket took the Islanders 4-1. What was the score? I forgot. 5-2. Okay. Avatar took the Islanders 3-1. Rickett took the Islanders 3-0. Steele almost nailed the score. He took the Islanders 4-3. CL took the Islanders 5-1. And I took the Islanders 3-2. So there wasn't much to talk about in that game. Although Sorokin played well. The kid Sorokin. If Varlamov didn't start the year off so well, I think Sorokin would have had a chance to be Rookie of the Year this year. He looks really good. He looked good in the KHL. He's their goaltender of the future. He's going to be fantastic. Next game, we go to Rangers versus Devils, and this is an absolute blowout. I was really surprised that the Rangers won this, but this is the problem in New Jersey here. New Jersey actually outplayed the Rangers in that game. But Blackwood has gone, can't stop anything all of a sudden. He went on COVID. Before COVID, Blackwood was the reason why they're winning. Comes back off COVID, and now Blackwood is the reason why they're losing. New Jersey outshot the Devils 36-19. Creeder started scoring again. That's good. Strome got a couple points. Creeder got a hattie last night. Good for Creeder. They need him rolling, that's for sure. And Lafreniere got 2 points last night. He's got 4 goals now. He's looking a lot better out there. He's getting more of a chance. I think he's going to be fine. If Kruger gets it, but yeah, that's the reason why he went there, was for Kruger. But who knows? You fire Kruger, get another coach. I mean, I don't know. If Kruger's not the answer there, I mean, that's really bad situation. Super bad situation. I don't know where you go from here. Get Claude Julien, try him at it. I mean, you're just throwing stuff at the problem, pretty much. Zibanejad only played 13 minutes last night. He did get an assist, but that's interesting. Who knows? Maybe he's got a little bit of an injury going on and stuff like that, but it appeared Quinn tried to put some new guys up on the top line there and give him a shot. Heidel came back. He played 16 minutes last night, so that might have been it. I mean, I still think Heidel is going to be a very, very, very good player. But to play 16 minutes after just coming off the injured reserve for a long time, that's a lot. Interesting. I like to look at ice time. To me, it tells you a lot about what's going on with teams and what they're deciding to do and stuff like that. Besides that, Shesterkin got injured last night. And that is devastating news for the Rangers, who are trying to, for any attempt to rebound here in the East Division, a loss of Shesterkin would be, he stopped 32 of 33 last night before he got injured. Then Georgiev came in and stopped 3 of 3, but that's huge. That could be the season for the Rangers right there if Shesterkin's out for a long time. Apparently he went down and he couldn't get back up and he had to be helped off the ice. So it's not looking good for the Rangers or Shesterkin there. So who do we have here? We had Avatar had 3-1 Rangers. Jacket had 3-2 Jersey. Oops. Steele had 4-2 Devils. CL had 2-1 Rangers. Ryan never gave me a score, but he had the Devils because he's a Devils fan. I can't see in the thing when I do it this way. If people come in the chat, I can't see who's here. Rickett had 4-2 Rangers. Woo! Rickett came really close. Well, sort of. It was 6-1, wasn't it? So it wasn't really that close. Anyways, we were all pretty good and I had 2-1 Rangers. So I asked for it. I even put the under down last night, and my buddy Curtis Davis, who does picks with me, was all over the over. I didn't listen to him. He was right. I was wrong. So that's the way it is with that. Okay, now next game. This one messed me up. I had PL Red Wings. I thought the Hurricanes apparently never get tired. They just never get tired. They played a stupid amount of hockey, but and they got outshot at parts of the game last night. But really, it was never really all that close. Detroit's really banged up, but still, I mean, an NHL team playing against a tired NHL team like that, you should be able to find a little more than losing 5-2. Detroit, basically, Nemeth was even back in. I didn't even notice that until today. I thought Nemeth was still injured. So with that roster, Detroit should have did a better job. Carolina I'm getting more and more. I know people are going to think I'm crazy here, but I'm getting more and more. I'm starting to like Carolina more than Tampa Bay. If they get solid goaltending, and Nedeljkovic was in last night and played really well, that lineup is absolutely stacked. Svechnikov got another one last night. He's got 8. Zadina got 2 last night. If they could get Zadina going in Detroit, that would be fantastic. One guy in Detroit that kind of was lost a long time ago and nobody ever really thought he was going to come back was Svechnikov. He was a first-round pick like a long time ago, like 2014. He's been working their minors, not really coming up. And when he did come up, he didn't really do much. But it looks like there's an element of maturity in his game now. And he was always big. He was always solid. There was a lot of potential. If he can fill up a center spot there in Detroit, that'll be huge. Huge for them. Marty Nietzsche scored again. That line of Nietzsche, Niederreiter, and Trocheck looks fantastic. Jordan Staal got his 8th last night. I mean, last couple of years, I don't even think he's been much in the double digits for scoring. And now he got an opportunity to play higher with Aho being out and stuff like that. And he's embraced it and started scoring again. Jesper Fast got a couple points. They're getting points from all over their roster, too. That's the thing. Like, every line almost can score. Everybody's playing almost equal minutes. That's probably why they're not getting tired. Their most played player only played 16 minutes. Aho played 18, sorry. But not that bad, considering the greatness of Aho. That's not really that bad. As far as defense, Hamilton's still logging huge minutes for Carolina. He played 22 minutes last night. Jeremiah Maxwell, how you doing? We were just talking about Svechnikov for the Wings, yeah. It's nice to see that he's starting to bring it a little bit. It's taken him a long time, but he's starting to get some points. That's Svechnikov. But I'm talking about for Carolina, yeah. He's a beast. He's going to be amazing. But no, I was talking about Svechnikov for Detroit. He was in the mind. It looked like he was going to be a bust, is what I'm trying to say. And this year they brought him up, and he's starting to fit into their roster pretty good. He's had a couple points in the last couple games. From what I've read and heard, he's like a new person. He's kind of changed his way of thinking around and stuff like that. So. Yeah, but Nedeljkovic has been playing very well. And they've been trumpeting Nedeljkovic. That's the reason why they haven't really gone out and spent a lot on a goaltender, is they think Nedeljkovic is going to be their guy. And he did well last night. Every game I've seen him play this year, he's done well. Last year wasn't the greatest for him, but they've really been grooming him very slowly, and he could be the guy. Not a guy you want to go in the playoffs with, though, right? Like, you kind of want to have a little more. But Mrazek comes back. They're going to go with him again. I don't know. I would really be looking at least to find like a Bernier or something like that to give yourself a really good go, because with this lineup, you don't want goaltending to be your problem. So anyways, Jeremiah Maxwell, welcome. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. That really helps out a lot. Plus, I like having you as a subscriber. I'm a Flyers fan. So anytime the Pittsburgh loses, that makes you warm and fuzzy. What's your team, Jeremiah? Jeremiah, a little later when you're hanging around here, we're going to do picks for all the games tonight. But this is the picks we did from last night and all the people that were in it. So we have Avatar had 3-1 Ranger, or sorry, Canes. They were at Canes here. Avatar had 4-3 Canes. What was that? What was the score? It was 5-2 Canes, right? Jacket had 4-1 Canes. Steel had 4-2 Canes. Pearlo had 2-1 Canes. And CL had 3-0 Canes. And for some reason, I don't have anybody else on that one. I don't know why. You're a Washington Capitals fan. Nice. Okay, cool. You all came from GOAT 2, John from Hot Take Hockey, the GOAT 2, I like to call him. Yeah, he's great. So you just introed really well, because the next game we're going to go into is that Penguins Flyers game. Crazy game. And to tell you the honest truth, I thought I was going to have Steele on here today, and the Flyers are my favorite team. So I kind of watched all the other games more because I knew he's a Flyers fan, so he was going to be watching this game all the way. So I didn't actually see this game as much as I would have liked to. I was just kind of taking one for the team there. Thanks for loving the bow tie. I love you loving the bow tie. Who's in here, by the way? So, make yourself known in the chat. Let me know where you're at. Anyways, we'll go back to the game. Philadelphia game. What a crazy freaking game. Chris Letang comes out, scores first. The crazy one. And then Mark Friedman, who they took off of waivers from the Flyers, comes in, has a nice goal from Crosby and Gunsel. And I thought, this is it. This is gonna do it for the Flyers, you know. But Mark Friedman also tried to hit Patrick in that game, and Patrick crushed him back. However, then to put the topping on it, Jared McCann came and scored in the first period, and it was 3-0, and it looked like it was all over. But Sean Couturier did pot one back. And they have Konechny back on Couturier's line again, which is interesting. Rickett, hey, Kevin, how you doing, buddy? You love playing Buffalo, I bet. I bet you do love playing Buffalo. Yeah, well, hopefully Giroux's finding his game, I'll tell you that. They need their captain to find their game. The guy I like on Philly that I just wish they just don't take him off the top 6 anymore. I'm starting to get angry now. I'm starting to get verklempt. Obey Kubel should never come off the top 6. That guy is a player, man. I like him. I like what he brings to the lineup with Lindholm and Giroux. He brings energy. He fights for pucks, and he's got some scoring talent. And they need guys like that, so don't take him off of there. For the love of God, put him in the top 6. I know you're watching, AV. Alan Bango, I know you're watching, so you heard it from me. I know you've been listening all this whole time, so that's probably why you started putting them up there, right? Because you've been watching and you're like, oh, I better do what Pearlo says, and I'm glad you did, because it's the right thing to do. Farabee is hurt now. I was just going to mention that next. Farabee got hurt. Did you know that? Farabee is injured. And that makes me sad in my insides because I love Farabee. Farabee's one of the finest in the land. I absolutely love him as a player. I've been talking about him for a long time. Even Philadelphia Flyers fans were underrating this guy. I said he's going to be a 35 goal scorer. You watch. He's going to do it. He's going to be it. And he's heading that way, and then he goes and gets injured. So I hope that's not for a long time. Let me go check out the injury thingamajigger here and see if we have an update on Farabee's injury. Because I need to do that anyways because I got... Ooh, is Byron and McCarr going to be back? Byron and McCarr won't be back for the Avs, so you know. I just took a look at it while I was looking for the Philadelphia Flyers. Yeah, Farabee is... Oh, he's been added to the COVID list. Jeez. That's huge. And Myers is hurt again? He's doubtful for Saturday now, Myers. Wow, that is devastating. Philadelphia can't keep off the injured list, man. It's driving me crazy. Anyways, Philadelphia storms back. The Giroux, the captain, did what we needed to see a captain do for Philadelphia. He leads the charge in the third period. And Scotty Lawton pots one too. Good to see him potting a goal or two. He's got 6 this year. Really good that way. And Jari Elliott, we should just keep on going with Elliott, I think, right now until Carter Hart gets his head straight a little bit. Okay, it's all right, CL. I'll forgive you this time. It better have been darn important to not be here on time, though. I'll tell you that right now. Anyways, Bunneman was in for Philadelphia. Patrick played 11 minutes, had a couple hits. That's good to see. I wanted to mention, who was it? There was a player last night that had 11 blocked shots, and I can't remember who it was. Was it a Pittsburgh player? No, it'll come to me through these games, I hope. But they had 11 blocked shots. That was, oh, you know what it was? It was a Winnipeg player. So I'll wait till we get to the Winnipeg. Nothing really crazy as far as ice time is concerned. Brian Russ getting 22 minutes every single night. That's pretty cray-cray. Nothing really changed. It's just Cody Cece's getting way too minutes. But Matheson is still getting 23 minutes every night. That Pittsburgh defense is poopty. It's gonna burn them in the end. I still think they're gonna miss the playoffs. Yeah. So what do we have on this game? Philadelphia Flyers. Did we not do that game last night? Oh yeah, here we are. Penguins versus Flyers. Okay. Ulysses had Penguins 3-2. Avatar had Penguins 5-2. Rickett had Penguins 2-1. Steele had Steele and I and CL were the only ones that had the Flyers. Steele had the Flyers 2-0. CL had the Flyers 3-2. And guess who had the Flyers 4-3? Take a guess who had the Flyers 4-3. Pearlo. Pearlo gets another Pearls of Wisdom necklace to add to the collection. Gonna have to stuff that in the Pearlo necklace room storage area as much as we possibly. I'm gonna have to get another storage. Actually, yes, Guido. Instead of going to get more mail, could you please start working on getting that storage room bigger, please? Just knock out a wall. I'm gonna need another wall knocked out for that. Oh, Pearlo dance, right? Sorry, Pearlo dance for Budweiser. I can Pearlo dance for Budweiser. No problems. There you go. Okay, so Rickett had the, what did we have? Jacket had the Flyers too. I apologize. 5-2. He was close. Okay, let's get to the next game in the land today. Which way? These are all out of order here. I did them all out of order. Okay, it's the Lightning and Blackhawks. Okay, 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 okay. The Lightning and Blackhawks. This was Chicago played well for the first two periods here. Actually, outshot Tampa Bay. I watched a lot of this game because I was watching all the other games because I knew Steele was going to be watching the Flyers game, so I really watched this game a lot. I also had huge money on the under on here, so and Lightning to win. So that I had some skin in the game. Not my money, but whatever. Chicago got up 2-0, and they were kind of fluky goals. They weren't really outplaying Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay, like they normally do, just started to work their way, got their legs going. They were a little tired to start out with, and Chicago's going to burn you if you don't come out hard, and they did. They did. Kaner got his 24th assist last night. Anthony Cirelli back in the lineup for... Oh, that was your other account. Okay, Kevin. Anthony Cirelli was back in the lineup for Tampa Bay, which is killer for Tampa Bay. They needed that huge. They need him huge in the lineup. Anybody that would have Cirelli in the lineup needs him huge. Stammer scores his 11th goal last night. And that's amazing. You know, he comes off all that injury. He was injured for almost a whole year. Comes back, and Kucherov is out, and he fills that spot, and he's potting him. Gotta love Stammy. Gotta love him. Killorn gets the overtime against Hedman, and you saw that coming in the third period. Tampa Bay just crushed Chicago. Crushed them. And I will talk about it when we get to our game tonight, because this was on a back-to-back. But Chicago, if Chicago plays anywhere near like they did in the third, they're certainly not going to touch Tampa. Who noticed a lot in this game? I noticed Braden Point, of course. Cirelli played fantastic. Considering a guy just came back off the injury list, he didn't look like he skipped a beat. Stammer was great. I like the Volkov guy. He had Volkov is a new young player they have. Tampa Bay just keeps on being able to fill holes. They lost, what's his name there? Verhaeghe goes to Florida. They bring up this Volkov kid, and he's not playing much minutes, but he's doing his job. He really is playing a solid. He's a big boy. He goes to the right places. He looks like he's going to be a gooder. Point is really good. Point is fantastic. The thing I notice about Point is I don't notice him a lot on the ice. He's a defensive player, but I don't really notice, even though he had 5 hits last night, he's not a big guy, and he's getting 5 hits. It's funny, I don't really notice him a lot on the ice when he plays, but he just, at the end of the day, he's got points. He's a great defensive player. He's always in the right spots. He's one of those guys that makes defensive plays that you don't notice, because he seldom has to skate back. He's already back before anybody else. He's just a very smart player, extremely smart player. Last night, what's his name was out. I forget his name. Anyways, Luke Shen was in. McDonough played crazy minutes. Jan Ruda played 20 minutes last night. Kalen Foote, Hedman played like crazy, and Sergachev. Chernak is hurt, which they don't want that to be for a very long time, because you really don't want Jan Ruda playing that many minutes. And then Vasilevsky, although he let the first 2 in, he shut her down after that and only allowed 2 goals on 37 shots. Going for almost for sure Vezina, best NHL goaltender in the league, for sure, no doubt about it. As far as Chicago, it was basically the usual suspects. I mean, Kane was amazing again. Soderberg's playing a lot. They're getting a lot out of a very young roster here. And I don't know. I don't think it's going to hold up over time. Like, it's a back-to-back tonight with this young roster. These guys haven't been used to playing these kind of minutes, taking this kind of abuse. And they looked tired during the third last night. So Also, Lankinen was killer, and then Subban's going to be in tonight. So that is something that we'll have to see. Because Subban played really well for a couple games, and then he's kind of reverting back to the where he was before, or appears. We'll see if he bounces back. For Chicago, I didn't notice the defensemen much at all. And they've got that kind of defense that you don't really notice them. So anyways, let's get to our who picked what here. Lightning versus the Blackhawks. Avatar had 6-2 Bolts. Jacket had 3-1 Bolts. That was close, Jacket. Almost had it. Rickett had 5-3 Bolts. Steel had 5-4 Blackhawks, which got the PL. By the way, I had the PL yesterday, Rickett, for the Blackhawks game and the under. That's what it was. It wasn't Lightning. I had the PL on the Blackhawks. I forgot about that. Made a mistake. CL had the Bolts 4-1. And Pearlo, oh my gosh. I'm getting a little bit embarrassed. I had, sorry, I didn't have it right. Never mind. Now I am embarrassed. I had 3-2 Blackhawks. So I had the score right. But I did not have the team right. So. Oh, sorry, Avatar, I missed you. Hi, Avatar, how you doing? Peyton on the radio is in the house. I didn't see you there. That gets in a little late. Welcome, Peyton. Awesome. I thought you were going to be on here today. Everybody, Peyton on the radio. Avatar is fantastic. These guys are Peyton on the radio. Are we going to be doing this Saturday night there, buddy? Because we already had somebody, and Hockey News Reports was already asking if we're going to be doing Saturday night together on for is that an Edmonton game going on there or something like that? Okay, let's get to our next game then. Answer my question. I can see you down in my phone. The next game of the night was Jets versus the Canadiens. Where the heck is the Jets versus the Canadiens? Oh, Jets versus the Habs, right. Okay, Jets versus the Habs. This was a fantastic game to watch. Went back both ways. I did not watch a ton of this game, so if you did, tell me a little more about it. Oh, Saturday night, yeah, Flames. Okay, we got to do that for sure. Yeah, okay, so we'll be doing Saturday night Calgary Flames versus Oilers. I'll be the analyst, and he's going to be the play-by-play guy after Calgary fires his coach. So huge. They fire his coach before the big game. Now they bring in Dwayne Sutter, who is an Alberta boy. So I'm pretty sure Sutter's going to be spitting in that room and getting them all fired up and all that kind of stuff like that. That's going to be a killer game to watch for sure. The Winnipeg game, the Canadiens actually played really well in this game. I can't say it was just a game of bounces, honestly. One team didn't really outplay the other all that much in this game. I can't say. Tivoli racks up helping hands. How you doing? Hello, welcome. Hi. Okay, you're gonna keep on going like that in the chat. That's cool. Here's a Pearlo dance for you. There you go. Welcome. Tyler Toffoli looks like the best guy on the team right now for Montreal. He is playing absolutely fantastic. Going hard to the net, shooting like a beast. He looks like better than I think I've ever seen him play. Fantastic. Playing on that line with Drouin and Suzuki. Basically, I think part of that has to do with the fact that both of those guys want to pass all day. And he doesn't feel bad about not passing. He's being extremely selfish, and that's not bad. I had a coach that once told me it's selfish of you to not shoot. Passing too much is more selfish because the goal is to win the game. If you pass and don't shoot and we lose, how is that being unselfish. It's not. And Toffoli sure knows how to shoot. And he sure knows how to get in the spots. And that lineup is flying pretty good. Brendan Gallagher started it off from Tatar and Perry. Nice little line they put together there. Perry mucking and grinding there, 38, 39 years old. Is he getting in the spots, doesn't give up. Fun to watch Perry play. Just fun, especially at this age. It's really fun to watch him play. Oh, okay. Flyers suck. Okay. Yeah, he has coached them before. He's going back again. That's the other thing too. So is interesting. And the Kings, we're going to see. I had a little talk about this before the broadcast, but Daryl Sutter plays a very simple game, very defensive game. He doesn't promote creativity all that much in certain situations, but for the most part, he's a shutdown coach. So they are going to be he's going to be very strict on defense. You're going to see guys sat if they don't play on the defensive side of the puck too often. You'll sit them. And he doesn't care what your name is or who you are or how much money you make or whatever. It don't matter. He's going to sit you. He's a no-nonsense guy, but he's also not like, how do I explain it? Like, he's not mean or nothing like that. He's just no nonsense. It's the way it's going to be, and that's just the way it is. That's the way he coaches. So if you don't like that, you're going to be gone. I'm going to be interested to see what Goudreau does in his system. Very interesting. Skilled guys that play kind of two perimeter sometimes and stuff like that don't usually do too well in Dwayne Sutter's system. So getting back to the game, Paul Stastny came back and scored one to make it 3-1, what was it? It was 2-2, make it 3-2. Then Corey Perry, just as I said again, he scores those big goals. Corey Perry's a guy that doesn't usually score the last goal on 5-1 overtime or something like that. Corey Perry's a guy that usually scores the big goals. Then finally, the guy that's just beasting it in Winnipeg and looks fantastic in Winnipeg since he left Columbus, Pierre-Luc Dubois. Pierre-Luc Dubois has come into Winnipeg and so far said, you know what, I'm a number one center and I'm about to show you right now. Okay. They're playing him a lot on the wing though, but he's doing whatever he's told. He's playing the way you need to play to win. And he's kind of making it look like that, at least earlier on, that Lion A trade was a little not too good. Okay, let's get to, what were the picks then? Where are we going here? Oh, well, I'll look at Montreal and see if there's anything special. Evans, here's something. New coach, we should look at this. New coach, how is he working the team here for Montreal? Evans had 9 minutes last night. He was playing a lot more than that with Julian. It seems that the coach has started playing more of the. Dano's back to 18 minutes a night. And I had a theory that with the problems in the room, a lot of it had to do with Dano. Because Dano was very vocal in the offseason about when he was talking to reporters saying, I am a second line center. And basically, I want to be a second line center. The kids, I don't care what they say about the kids or whatever. I'm a second line center. I'm going to play a second line center. Julian was playing the kids more. And Dano was playing less minutes, and I have a feeling that was a little bit of the problem in the room. And Julian couldn't solve it because he didn't want to give Dano the authority over him as a coach, and I kind of get that. So we'll see how that works. Now, I could be wrong about this, but this is listening to all the stuff that I heard Dano say in the offseason, I'm coming to this conclusion. Why do I know that there was problems in the room? You can look it up. Weber was saying that. Weber was saying that to reporters that there was problems in the room. So we'll see how that works out. Besides that, Suzuki did play a lot of minutes still, but he always was playing a lot of minutes. So he hasn't lost any minutes. As far as defense is concerned, basically the same as the way Julian was doling it out. So not much different than that. Allen played well. He had one bad goal that I saw. So Price will be back in there. We'll see what Sean Burke, hired as goalie coach, will do for Price. And does Avatar get a Pearls of Wisdom necklace again? No, he doesn't. It was 4-3. 3-2 Jets. Jacket had 3-2 Jets. Steele had 3-2 Habs. Didn't have a great night, Mr. Steele. No, you didn't. I think Edmondson will probably stick around. I mean, he's doing his job, but they paid him as a top. They paid him as a 5-6. He's kind of as a 5-6. So, yeah, he's doing his job. He's doing what they asked him to do, unless they're out of the playoffs or something, and then they may look at trading him. But other than that, I think he'll stick around. Pearlo had 4-3 Jets. Yep, I did. Pearlo dance. Another Pearls of Wisdom necklace for Pearlo. I hope you're working on that, getting that storage thing all done up there, because we're going to have lots of those coming. Got the score and right. CL almost had the score. Almost. 4-2 Jets. Rickett had 3-1 Jets, but most of us had Jets. Steele had the Habs. Steele was the only one that had the Habs there. Okay, next game. Next game is... Where are we going here? I lost the page. Okay. Next game is Panthers versus Predators. Okay, I had Panthers all day on this. I'll tell you what. The Predators are starting to look a lot better. And I watched a lot of this game. I watched quite a bit of this game. Mostly because I had Panthers in regulation, and the Predators started scaring me after a while. It's not letting... Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. This way, I'll try it one more time. There we go. Okay. It looked like an under. I had the under. What games did I do already? Gosh, I got all of them. You're new? What do you mean you're new, Sasha? Thanks for subbing, though. There's a Pearlo dance for you. We only have, easier to tell you what games we haven't done. We haven't done Senators, Flames, and Leafs versus Canucks, but we're not on picks right now. Right now we're on looking at games from last night. Basically, about this game, Bobrovsky almost crapped the bet again. Seriously. He didn't look good. I don't know, $10 million a year. It's the big failing of the Florida Panthers right now. Besides that, Florida played really well, came out strong, came out hard, knew that, what you want to do against a Nashville team that's pretty fragile right now. I will say, though, that the Predators came back in the second. They won a lot of face-offs. And they started playing a possession game that Nashville has to do against Florida. Florida looked a little tired, but they passed the puck around really well. They started getting their passing game going. And if Nashville can keep that up, they're going to start surprising people. They really need to play a possession game there because they don't have all that big of forwards. And Forsberg scored his 10th. Ekholm, like a lot of guys that they've been kind of calling out, started scoring. Colton Sisson scored. Ryan Johansson finally got his first goal to make it 5-4. there in the third period and make it interesting. But really, when it came right down to it, Florida, for the most part, had a handle on this game. They kind of let their foot off the pedal a bit, but well, they played a great game. I haven't seen Florida do that all year, kind of take their foot off the pedal, but they sort of did let Nashville back in. And then when Nashville started playing their possession game and doing cycling down low and all that, Florida had a pretty difficult time keeping up to their pace. They can be a very fast team when they use their speed. So we'll see what happens here with Nashville doing that sort of, playing in that sort of way, using their speed to find a spot and rush to the net. And that's really what their game is all about. And they did it fairly well in the second half of last night's game. People that I noticed quite a bit, I thought Arvidsson had his best night that he had in a long time from what I've seen. I've said a lot about Marcus Granlund this year. He didn't have any points last night, but I really liked his game so far this year. It's a lot better than last year. He's probably been their best player on their ice a lot of the time. Duchesne only had 12 minutes of ice time last night. So they're doing something different, and I like it. Granlund deserves the ice time. I wonder if he put Arvidsson as a center, because I know Arvidsson could play center. I didn't notice last night if that was the case. But Colton Sissons played a lot of minutes. So sending a message to Duchesne, finally. It's about time. That guy needs a message sent to him, because he looks terrible out there. Playing on the perimeter all day, won't take a check to get the puck, won't body check to get somebody off the puck. Playing too soft. Crazy. So Ben Harper was in for Nashville last night. He hasn't played since Ottawa. He played 15 minutes, bringing some size to that defense, which is great, especially for a defense without Ellison. And that's why I was surprised to see them do as well as they did. Ekholm must have got the message, because he played one of his best games I had seen him play in quite a long time as well. He's been on the trade block, by the way. Anybody out there in the chat, were you interested in an Ekholm for your team? I know my team, both teams, Edmonton Oilers and the Philadelphia Flyers, I would love to have an Ekholm on that team. Big time, big time. So, who do we have for this? We had Avatar. It was 5-4. Avatar had the Panthers 4-2. Rickett had the Panthers 4-3. Rickett was right around that target all the time this time. That was pretty crazy. By the way, Rickett has a channel. It's called Rickett's Picks. Go check it out. He's fantastic. One of the best ball cappers I've ever seen. I'm a capper too, and I can say that. He's fantastic. He is a great ball capper. Go check him out. He's also got a Patreon. Go check it out. Jacket had 4-3 OT Panthers. But we didn't have OT. But who the heck is that? Oh, Sterling came in by that time, and he had 3-1 Panthers. Steele had 4-1 Panthers. I had 5-0 Panthers. Not so much. If it wasn't for the third period, I would have been really close. And Ciel, oh my gosh, had 6-2 Panthers. So everybody had the Panthers on that one. Let's go to our next game. Blue Jackets versus Stars, a pretty uneventful game. I won't go too much into this, but I will say it's the first time this year that I saw the Blue Jackets look like the Blue Jackets. You got Ekholm on your fantasy team? Oh, cool. You don't play fantasy? No, I don't have time to play fantasy. I want to. That's why we all subscribe and get lots of followers and stuff like that. Because when I'm making the scratch doing this, I'm going to do fantasy. I'll come and do fantasy with you guys for sure. Okay, I had to come over here and see who was, because for some reason it's not all coming up on my chat here very fast. So, Columbus. Anyways, this is the first game I saw Columbus play, the Columbus game that we know and love, or don't love, whatever. Scary if it is. If the Blue Jackets have got themselves back on the Blue Jackets type hockey again, watch them. Tell you, I may be leaning to the Blue Jackets a lot more now after what I saw last night. Now, they did that with the Dallas Stars, who at this point of the season, without Sagan and why do I forget his name all the time? Radulov, I remembered. Yeah. A little easier team to do that against, but they weren't doing it against anybody. The games they were winning were like high scoring or whatever. Last night they were back to their tight checking, frustrating type game. Boone Jenner had his first goal was freaking amazing. Really, go check it out. Boone Jenner, he came out from the corner, 2 moves, powered to the net, and got one in the top end corner. It was a nice goal. Foligno is back to playing well again. Oliver Bjorkstrand scored. They were up 3-0, and Dallas did happen to come back. But honestly, Dallas never really looked in it last night. They didn't. They got some lucky goals, but Korpisalo is still not a great goaltender. When Merzlikins comes back, this could be a different team. As far as ice time is concerned, again, Tortorella's going back to not too much ice time for everybody. And even Laine, what did Laine have last night? Laine had 16 minutes last night. The most minutes was Boone Jenner. He was just playing like a beast last night. And then Cam Atkinson. So that's only 18 minutes. Not lots of minutes, except for on defense where they just go Rumensky and Jones all the time, which they should because they are definitely the best defensemen by far. Korpisalo did stop a few pucks last night, which is good because they certainly need him stopping pucks. As far as Dallas is concerned, I didn't really notice anybody last night, and that's the issue there. Maybe, like usual, Pavelski, right? But nobody was like over the top. Gurianov, I want to talk about that. Didn't notice him at all. Had that great playoffs, and now it looks like he's gone back in his shell again. Hasn't looked great at all. Okay, for this game we had the picks were Pearlo had 2-1 Blue Jackets. Steele had 2-1 Stars. Jacket had 4-1 Stars. Avatar had 5-1 Jackets. Rickett had 2-1 Stars. And CL, I do believe, had it right. CL gets a Pearlo dance and a My NHL Pearls of Wisdom necklace. That's like 4 this week, isn't it, CL? CL's slamming it. Slamming it. Yeah, for sure for the Flyers. I'd love to see them get Ekholm for sure. Flames, Canucks. Remember I went on that rant yesterday with the Flames? I went on that rant yesterday with the Flames and said they have to win or else they're going to go down and everybody's fired. Well, they won, and somebody was still fired. I still think if they would have lost, there might have been even more firings. I don't like the firing. I already talked about it here several times. I like Daryl Sutter as a coach, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. He ran in a favor in LA over time because he wasn't able to change. Dwayne Sutter has his way or the highway. He's going to do it the way he does it. It's going to be a very simple game. You can start going unders on Calgary in a couple for a while because his defense is going to be the game there in Calgary now that they have him there. And this seems like a desperation move by, what's his name? I can't remember, by their general manager who's on the way out if they don't turn it around here, I imagine. Okay, so a lot of players scored. Murray didn't look good. I'm not going to talk too much about it. What happened, happened. Ottawa just did a trip from Montreal to Calgary, skipped 3 time zones. They're a young team that's hardworking, but, I mean, no team is going to win too many games against any team in the NHL like that. Calgary had to win that game, and they did. We get into all the scores. It doesn't really matter because you got to win this game. Dubé potted a couple. Maybe that'll get him going. Josh Levo got his first. They were expecting more out of him when they got him from Vancouver. But really, it's a nothing game that you had to win. It would have been a bigger story had they not won. As far as Hudobin didn't look great, yeah. That's true. Hudobin didn't look good either. He's had his groaners, this guy. I mean, he's like, he either goes off or he looks terrible. There's not too much average with Hudobin. Yeah, there wasn't much more to talk about this, so I'll just go to the picks. Avatar has Sens 3-1. CL had Sens 4-2, which, yeah, tough one for the Sens to win there. That just shows you, though, how these are good pickers. These people know their hockey, but it shows you how little faith people had in Calgary. And I imagine that was just happening. No, I want to say Travaglia, but that's a tennis player. Tagliani? No, not Tagliani. Anyways, it shows you, like, the general manager was starting to not have faith in his team. That's really why the coaching firing had happened. Jacket had the Flames 5-2. Pearlo had the Flames 3-2, which Steele had the Flames 4-2, and Rickett had the Flames. Rickett was kind of the closest at 5-3. And he changed his pick after I went on my rant there, so... Finally, the Leafs and Canucks, and I really am mad at myself for that game because I didn't go with my gut. My gut said the Canucks, and I was wishy-washy on it, but I ended up going with the Leafs. And I wish I didn't because it was the Canucks. I believe they were terribly outshot, though. I went to bed before this one was over. Wanted to get some rest last night. Yeah, outshot 32. Not badly outshot, though. They must have come back because the first period, the Leafs were all over them. And they held off the charge. And then the Leafs were, like, really at the end of a long road trip. So they probably pooched out. And Jake Virtanen looked fantastic. I don't know what's going on with Jake Virtanen. I don't know what was going on with Jake Virtanen, but he finally looked like he played last night. Finally. He looked really good all night long. He did score a goal. And that's huge for them. They need Jake Virtanen. Jake Virtanen's a big body. They don't want to trade him. And he has so much skill for his size. If he could just put his head into the game and try on every shift and give it all he's got every minute, he could do lots for this team. And last night, he played really well. Got 2 goals, actually. Bo Horvat finished it off from Edler and Schmidt. Schmidt got a point. From what I saw, Schmidt looked fine. He's been having a rough season, a lot of bad bounces, stuff like that. But he looked pretty good last night. I can't talk too much about the game. Like I said, I didn't watch it. Dermott only played 11 minutes on defense for Toronto, which is the way it should be. Virtanen played 15 minutes last night, and he deserved it. He was playing really well. Also, they got Horlock back in the lineup. Watch this guy. I like him a lot. That probably brought some energy to this team. I picked Vancouver. I still think Vancouver's going to turn this around yet. I still think they're going to turn it around. Yeah, that's it. So let's get to our picks for... Oh, no. Who had... Jacket had Leafs 6-2. Avatar had Leafs... I can't read it. But it was wrong anyways. Steele had Leafs 5-2. Rickett had Leafs 5-2. CL had Leafs 3-1. And I had the Leafs 3-2. I had the under all day last night. I thought that was going to be an under game for sure. This was done, I should mention, without Peterson in net. Peterson playing. Pedersen, however you want to say it, was out, injured. So there's that. Okay, now I think I'm going to get the chat going here, and I'm going to put this on my phone. I'm going to put the score on my phone and try to do it this way as we do our picks for tonight's games. We've got 40 minutes left. There's not a huge amount of games tonight. So let's go cancel. Friday. Okay. I'm going to bring you on all onto the main stream again. And we're going to go. No, we're doing the scores now, H&R. We got here right at the right time. We're doing it right now. Okay. Capitals versus Bruins. As far as I know, I'll go check here. I'll give you some of the things that you need to know. They both played the same amount of games, but Washington's been on the road. Washington could be a little bit more tired. As far as injuries are concerned, Washington doesn't have. I'll refresh just to make sure. Boston's got the injury problems. Boston has, unless it's changed, Lauzon and Miller and Charlie Coyle out. Charlie Coyle's their third line center, so it's not a good thing. That's really where the issue is. Lauzon has been maybe their best defenseman, almost their best defenseman this year, and he's out. And Kevin Miller brings a veteran presence. They have a very young D going on there. Washington doesn't have much for injuries now after all of that COVID stuff, which they've got through pretty quick compared to a lot of teams, actually. I just wanted to mention that. Nobody major except for maybe Michael Kempney, who doesn't play a lot. He's going to be out for a long time. As far as goaltenders, have we got more on the goaltending here? I know Halak. Oh my gosh, there's something with St. Louis. Okay, I already got it. Okay. Halak and Vanacek is back in. So, what do we got? Sasha has where are we here? Caps 4-2. 4-2 Caps. Avatar has 4-2 Bruins. Cody Kurtowski, if you know, you got Cody has Caps 2-1. Welcome, Cody. Welcome to live, Cody Hyde. Caps 4-2, 4-2-1. If there's anybody new in here, you just write down who you like and the score for a Pearls of Wisdom necklace if you get the score and pick right. And to know that you're one of the finest pickers in the land, too. That's also it as well. Am I missing people? HNR, you came and asked if we're doing picks, and then you haven't even put picks out yet. CL, 4-1 Boston. CL, 4-1 Boston. I think you're probably right. Okay, Pearlo. I got 3-2 Capitals. 3-2 Capitals I got. Who else is out there? Get your picks in there. Oh, 6-4 Caps. Okay, where did I miss that? Show. Oh, Sasha followed me on Twitter. Thanks, buddy. I'll follow you back there in a second. Anybody wants to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter is Pearlo's NHL POW. And so NHR, Hockey News Reports. HNR has 6-4 Caps. Wow. Okay. Sweet. Thank you very much, man. Trying to get to 1,000. Awesome. Trying to get to 700 right now. CL has Boston 4-1. I got that. Anybody else? Anybody else? going, gone. Okay, let's go to our next game then. Oh no, I don't want to do that. What am I doing? My games are on here. Put it back on the live stream. Forgot I'm doing it here. Okay, the back-to-back Lightning and Blackhawks. On a back-to-back. Versus Blackhawks. We're doing it right now. Lightning versus Blackhawks right at the moment, right now. Okay. As far as Tampa's played a lot. This is the 3 games in 4 nights. They've been on the road. They went from Dallas, had a day off, flew to Chicago, and now we're playing Chicago again. I'm a little concerned about this game. Tell you the honest truth. Chicago, on the other hand, is just playing a back-to-back. They didn't have a game before that, and they're doing it at home. Wow, Chicago could win this game. I just noticed that Malcolm Subban is in for Chicago. He played really well early, but hasn't played very well as of late. And I think it's probably going to be Curtis McElhinney for Tampa Bay. So what do we got here? Cody has Hawks 3-2. 3-2 Hawks. Nice pick. Nice pick. Wow. Hockey News Reports has 4-3 Hawks. You guys are all going on the Hawks here. Avatar. 3-2 Bolts. Are you a Chicago fan, I take it? Jacket has 2-1 Caps, okay. Okay, what else do we got? Another Pearlo dance? Pearlo dance, Pearlo dance. Okay, we still need, what do we need here? We need Sasha. We got to give yours. Did you put yours in? I haven't seen it yet if you have. Cody deserves a Pearlo dance. Yes, you do deserve the Pearlo dance. There you go. There you go. What else do we got here? I had Chicago PL last night. Everybody's still here. What are you all doing? You got to do your picks here. Get your picks in. Get your picks in. Sasha, okay. I know this is pretty important stuff, and you got to really do your homework and get everything all straightened out, because you don't want to, you know, you got to get that Pearls of Wisdom necklace, but we do got to move a little bit. 3-2 Bolts, sir. Sir. Oh, yeah, it's a little tough to get John to do the Pearlo dance. He's a bit of a prude. I don't know. Who else don't we have here? CL, where are you going, buddy? CL, okay, CL, we didn't have it. CL's got 2-1 Bolts. Sorry, I missed you there. Jacket, what do you got for this game, Jacket? Jacket, Tampa Bay, 4-0. Ooh, 4-0 Bolts. And Pearlo will do see, Subban's in net. 4-2 Bolts. There we go. Yeah, Trent Seabrook retired. I mean, that was obvious. Brent Seabrook. You can't have... He had, like, how many surgeries in the last little while? It was crazy. There's no way you can do that many surgeries and be okay. Like, he had surgeries on almost every part of his freaking body. Okay, he won 3 cups. A lot of them did. I mean, yeah, great career. The guy was a warrior. That's why his body was racked up like that. The guy was a warrior. He deserved a lot more. He deserved to play longer. Like, it's too bad. I mean, he gave it everything he got. He didn't give up, but he had to stop. I'm glad he stopped because he was just going to get worse. He's got a life to live after a career, too. So, I love Brent Seabrook. Absolutely no doubt about it. Okay, next one. Blues versus Kings. And I'll tell you right away, I just saw something when I was looking at the starting goaltender on left wing lock. Ville Husso is in for the Blues. So I got a special play on that one now. I'll have to do that after my game. Jonathan Quick is projected, but not sure. If he is, then we'll go on that projection. Games played. How have they done this week? I believe LA. This is 3 games in 4 nights for LA, but they have been at home, so they haven't been traveling. Oh, sorry, it's 2 games. Tomorrow will be the back-to-back. St. Louis has been on the road for what seems like forever. Yeah, they've been on the road for a long time, and now they're playing a back-to-back against LA. It's going to be a tough one for them. Injuries, crazy injuries for the Blues. Crazy injuries for the Blues. Gunnarsson, Barbashev, Parayko, Schwartz, Tarasenko. Is Tarasenko going to be in? Oh my God, Tarasenko could be in tonight. They're keeping it all hush hush. I don't know why they do all that stuff, playing around like that. Okay, so what do we got here? Oh, you guys have put a lot in here. Cody has Blues 5-0. Whoa, really? I hope you're wrong about that, buddy. Hockey News Reports has 3-1 Kings. Avatar 4-2 Kings. By the way, if you want to see all my picks, what I did and stuff, you can check out my videos on here. I put one out this afternoon. You can watch that. It's pretty fun to watch. CL, tough one. Yeah, it is. If Quick plays, okay, you don't like Quick, I guess. Quick has been good, but he's kind of been on and off a little bit. Jacket has Blues 4-3, really. And CL has 4-3 Kings. And Pearlo has got 5-3 Kings. 5-3 Kings for me. What does anybody else have? Did I miss you? Hockey News? No. Did I miss anybody? We got CL. We got Jacket. Sasha. What do you got, Sasha? Sasha, 4-3 Kings. Okay. 2 for 4-3 Kings. Yeah, I got yours. Hockey News Reports. You had 3-1 Kings. So yeah, I got yours. If anybody's out there right now and you don't know what we're doing, we're going through all the games for tonight, and you give me who's going to win and the score in here. And if you get it right, you get. Once I got a regular person on the show, by the way, we're going to start tabulating everybody's points. and stuff like that. And I may give something away at the end of the month or something like that. We're working on that. So just so you know, that sort of thing is going to be coming here at Pearlo Land. Okay, we got Ducks versus the Avalanche. I do believe Grubauer is confirmed. Last I saw. We will refresh just in case anything crazy has come up since then. Grubauer is confirmed. The Ducks don't have anybody as of yet. It'll probably be Gibson unless this is some sort of back-to-back thing. Oh, okay. They may not go with Gibson here, but Colorado's kind of put their foot down and said, we're putting Grubauer against your fresh team because they're going to be on a back-to-back. So they got to figure out now, are they going to put Gibson up against the better goaltender in Grubauer? Or are they going to try, if I'm them, I put Miller in here. See if Miller can win against Grubauer. And then they go hard and go with Gibson tomorrow against a more tired team of Colorado. Colorado is playing, wow, okay, 3 games in 5 nights. Tomorrow's going to be a tough one for Colorado. But they're playing 3 games in 5 nights. And injuries, McKinnon's back in the lineup. The problem is Anaheim really is the injury problem more than anything. Although Colorado's got some pretty good injuries too. But Lindholm and Manson being out for Anaheim almost ruins them, really. They're likely not going to make the playoffs. But Colorado's got Bowen Byram and Cale Makar, which hurts them too. It does hurt them too. They're not the same without Makar in there. Okay, let's get going here. Cody. Yes, the gift is a Pearlo necklace. The Pearlo Wisdom necklace. That's right. Cody gets Avs 3-1. Sasha has Avs 5-2. Avatar has, oh yeah, you know what? Rickett took off before he gave his picks. Avs 4-3. Hot take, oh my gosh. Hockey News Reports takes the Ducks 2-1. Look at you, look at you. CL got the 2-0 on the Avs. 2-1 Ducks. Wow, okay. McKinnon is in the lineup, yes. Jacket has, look at all the unders. 3-1 Avs. Oh, shoot, hockey practice. Okay, well, you can try to put Wild Coyotes and Golden Knights Sharks, and I'll try to write them down for you if you want to put them in before you go there, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for the follow and subscribing and all that kind of stuff like that. Awesome, man. Awesome. Okay, bye. Bye, Cody. You have good times, my friend. Go play in the hockey. Talking hockey, watching hockey, playing hockey. That's what it's all about. Okay, Pearlo has, I can't remember if I put an over or under on this. Grubauer and, I'm going to go 4-1 Avs. 2-1 Ducks. Cody, I'll try to, okay, Wild 2-1, Vegas 3-1. Okay, I got it, but I'll put him in there. Cody. Okay. Next game is the Wild, I believe, yes. Yes, Wild and Coyotes. I'll tell you what they're, I know one for sure. I believe Kakinen is in. Kakinen is in. Kemper has not been confirmed yet. Kemper's not going to be confirmed. He's hurt. It's going to be between Ranta and Hill. So we don't know yet about that. Nashville's been playing stupid amounts of hockey. That's what has me worried about this one. They have been playing like on the road forever and ever and ever. Yeah, long time on the road right now. They just got beat up by Vegas. They went from Vegas to Arizona, which isn't that much of a commute. No, it's not a long time on the road, but man, they've been playing a lot of hockey. All the teams have to a certain extent, though. What did Arizona had? Arizona's a more fresh team. Arizona is going to be the more... No, they played 4 last. Yeah. Arizona's going to be the more rested team here. Or no, is it Arizona? Yeah, Arizona. More rested team. And injuries. Is there any surprise injuries going on here? Arizona just has Kemper and Hossa, and Minnesota, I believe, just has Hartman, Johansson. No, nobody that's going to turn the... Parise's back in the lineup. That's huge. Yeah. Got to think about that too. Okay, Wild versus Coyotes. Yeah, I got you, Cody, but I'll write it in here now. Cody. Just 1 second here, I gotta have a bit of drink. Avatar. Five-two Wild. All right, sweet. Good to have you back. Jacket. Oh, I haven't did Vegas yet, Jacket. Remind me next time. Oh, hockey news. Has 7-2. Get a light up Rantanen. 7-2 Wild. We got more here. What do we got? Who are we waiting for? We're waiting for... No, Jacket gave us Vegas. The Vegas score. I'll write that down. Five, 3 Vegas. Yeah, that's true. You're right. I should tell him that. Sasha, 4-1 Wild. Rance is going to get hurt tonight. Yeah, absolutely. If he's not already. He probably tripped down the stairs or something. You got to put Ranta in like a big huge foam thingamajigger and like just walk him around. Just push him in a cart to the rink and then like lift him onto the bench. Although he'd probably pull a groin while you were lifting him on there or something. Ranta's hurt constantly all the time. You're so right. It's cray. Who are we missing here? We got CL. Where's CL? CL didn't take off on us, did he? Come on, CL. Where are you? Cody? Sasha? Okay, it's me. Yeah, exactly. Keller, of all people, too, yeah. Pearlo is going to take 3-2 Wild. 3-2 Wild. Okay, what do we got? One more game left? And then we can chat for 15 minutes before we got to head out. Golden Knights versus Sharks. Vegas versus the Sharkies. As far as goaltending, I don't think anything's been confirmed yet, but I'll check again. No, that Jones is confirmed. Fleury is projected, but I believe this is a back-to-back. So I've been waiting and waiting and waiting on this game to find out if they're finally going to go with Danko. I think his name is Danko. And if he is, well, that changes things a little bit for me. But as far as games played, San Jose has been playing. San Jose is never really home either. That's the hard thing. 2 against Colorado at quote home, which is kind of in Arizona. Now playing Vegas on the road. Vegas was home for 2, and now is their first game on the. So they shouldn't be too tired. Yeah. So I'll go over here and I'll see who everybody takes. Hockey News Reports takes Vegas 1-0. Avatar 6-1 Knights. Vegas 6-1. Did you do the last one, Avatar? Yeah, you did. Blitzfield has been suspended 10 games. Yeah, I know. And 2 games, and he's fine. He ends up being okay. CL has Vegas 6-3. Yeah, I do. Hot takes. I do like the hot takes, of course. Oh, by the way, Hockey News Reports. There. I want another. Could you do me a thumbnail? If you look on my thumbnail that I have for my BPAL picks that I do in the mornings, you know what they are. I'm pretty sure you've watched them. Something like that. It's got NHL in the background and Pearlo's NHL. Pearlo's NHL, Pearlo Wisdom's NHL show or something like that. Like something in red or something like that. Take a look. Tell me if you can do something like that. That'd be awesome. Sasha Hoffman. Sasha. She's got Vegas 3. Vegas 3-0. Vegas 3-0. And what did Cody had? Cody had Vegas 3-1. 3-1. And I am taking Vegas also. And I am taking Vegas 5-3. Vegas 5-3. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so anyways, any more games? Because we got a little bit of time to talk here. I like having a little bit of time to connect with each other. Connect. So what do you think that, what do you think, okay, let's, what was I going to say? Who do you think is the biggest trade bait right now? Who do you think is the most likely to leave a team? Give me a name in there. And then we'll play, where's that player going to go? We'll do that. You put a name down there, and we'll play, where is that player going to go for the next 10 minutes? Oh, really? Wow. If you do a live stream, just tell me about it. Yeah, I'll go. I'll check it out. for sure. Give me a player. Who do you think is going to get traded for sure? For sure. It's got to be a big name too, not just some. Not like Bennett. Bennett's too easy. Although I don't know if Bennett will be traded now. We'll see. We'll see how. Maybe he, Bennett might have been the reason why he wanted to get traded was he didn't like Geoff Ward. Maybe Bennett's going to stay now. Maybe he'll get a different chance there now. He will get another chance, so we'll see how that goes that way. That's interesting. I just thought about that. I'm interesting myself. Hey, Helping Hands. Who is going to go? Whoever's here, give me a name. We got a little bit of time on which player is for sure going to get moved. I know Taylor Hall. We talked about that a lot, though. I don't know if they do half of Taylor Hall's contract. I could see a lot of teams wanting him actually. Who's going to win the cup? I had Colorado to start the year, but yeah, well, you know what? I would say Monahan for sure, but it won't be Monahan now for a bit until they see what happens with the new coach. But yeah, I could see it. Where would Monahan go? That's a good one because he's really more of a second line center. Let's do Monahan. Let's do Monahan. Where's my cap friendly? Okay, look at that. I had Calgary up there right now. So he's got 3 years left. He's got a no movement clause. They didn't trade him fast enough. He's got a no movement clause. So he can nix any trade. Grubauer to get a better goaltender, unless he played like he did last game. The Crosby trying the lacrosse school was cool, but I thought it was way more cool that Zegers tried the lacrosse school. That was crazy. Kid playing his third or fourth game, and he tries to scoop it up lacrosse style in the corner from the back of the net. That's just not what rookies usually are thinking about. That was awesome, man. That was amazing. I'm sure Crosby will try that more and more. He's probably practiced it over and over and over again. Max Domi getting traded again? I don't know who would take him now. If they trade him now, his value will be so low. They might as well keep him. He's playing third line minutes in Columbus now. He's only playing about 11 minutes a night as a center. So he's a third line center. How long is he going to be happy with that? I don't know. But, I mean, this is kind of his last legs right now. If he doesn't stick with the team this year, he might have a tough time getting any more suitors after this, to tell you the honest truth. He's got 2 years, yeah. Yeah, I don't think they'll be trading him right away. I haven't heard anything out of Columbus where they're happy or not happy about him. I know when I've watched him play, he's just playing two perimeter. He's got a good shot, but I mean, it's always from the outside, and yeah, he's not gonna. He keeps on playing like that, and Tortorella's not going to play him. It's not much different than what they already had in there with Wenberg. They have put him on the wing a couple times, but they end up putting him back on center. Because you know as well as I do, the reason why he left Montreal and apparently Arizona as well is he refused to play the wing. I hope they do. Like I said, we talked Ekholm. Ekholm seems like the perfect player for, I guess, a lot of teams, though. The problem is Ekholm's going to be expensive if, in fact, Nashville does decide to trade him. I'll tell you what, he played really well against Detroit last night. So, watching that game, it seems to at least woke him up. And that might have been all it was there, really. That's all. That might have been all they were really doing was just waking him up. But NHNR, if you do the thumbnail like I said, it's going to be for this show. So, nah, they'll resign Foligno. No way. As long as, especially if they keep Tortorella, there's no way Foligno's going anywhere. I would never trade a Foligno. Unless I was like totally rebuilding, there's no way I would trade a Foligno. Minnesota Foligno or Columbus Foligno. Those guys are the heart and soul of your team, man. I love to see how Jenner's playing now. Like, he's freaking awesome. And that's why Tortorella's giving Jenner a whole lot of minutes right now. Because that's how he wants he wants to show how Lion A and all of them, how you play Columbus hockey. And I think they'll follow suit. I don't think Tortorella's going to be going anywhere. I would be doing some serious Pearlo dance if we got Ekholm. But I don't. At what cost? What's it going to cost us to get Ekholm? Well, let's delve into that for a little bit, shall we? Why not? We can do that. What's going to cost to get Ekholm? I think at the trade deadline. First of all, it's not going to be cheap. Like, if anybody's trying to do a cheapie with Nashville about that, it's not going to happen. I'll go. I don't like. Here's the teams first that are going to be interested in Ekholm: Boston Bruins, Florida Panthers, Philadelphia Flyers, probably Columbus Blue Jackets, maybe Colorado. Not likely. They're pretty set there. Buffalo will be out of it, so no. Montreal could, but they'd have to give up somebody to get him for sure. Another defenseman to get him. Pittsburgh Penguins would be all over it if they could find. I just don't think they have anything to offer compared to what other teams could offer. Winnipeg Jets would be huge. We would have a tough time wrestling because they've got a lot that they can give up, the Winnipeg Jets. Philadelphia would be hard pressed to win that lottery with Winnipeg in there, besides the fact that Winnipeg is in the West. Maybe Chicago, Vancouver for sure, but I don't know how much youth they want to give up. Edmonton, oh my gosh, if they got, oh my gosh, okay, I got to take a moment here. Whew. If Edmonton got Ekholm, okay, I feel better now. That would be amazing. I would give my first up next year for Ekholm in a heartbeat if I was Edmonton. And Edmonton's first could be not too bad, like middle of the road. Yeah, so those are the teams that are going to be looking for Ekholm. Yeah, I mean, Ryan Murray's a lot like a guy we already talked about here, Mikko Ranta. Or like Ranta. He's just injured constantly, man. The guy, he sneezes and he's on the IR. Like, he's just constantly on the IR. I think Winnipeg. I'll tell you what, it's going to cost us Bobby Brink and our first round draft pick minimum. And somebody might beat that. But it's probably going to cost us Bobby Brink in our first. And I don't even think Nashville will want Bobby Brink. Yeah. Oh, if we got Ekholm, man, there would be Pearlo dances all over the land. For sure, no doubt about it. Yeah, upper body, upper body, upper body, yeah. It doesn't even matter if it's lower body anymore. They just call it an upper body. Because if you say lower body, they're afraid that, that what can that be? Your legs, pretty much, right? Feet, something like that. So they'll just start taking you low to put you out. Yeah, I think we need a replacement for Niskanen to calm things down there too. Broken foot, yeah, upper body, yeah. So to answer your question, yeah, that's what I think, Bobby Brink. I think Tampa Bay, they've got some defensemen to offer back in return that could be pretty interesting. Sandberg, who's coming up right away. I doubt they would offer up that one. I can't remember that one defenseman. Let me look it up. And that Nashville might be looking for a defenseman, maybe not. I don't know. In return, they probably would be looking for a young defenseman in return and a first-round pick. That's what I would say. And Winnipeg would have that. I know that for sure. If I can freaking find it. Cap friendly. Where's Winnipeg? Winnipeg Jets. There we go. Oh, did they send him down already? They sent that young guy down already. Where is he? Logan Stanley. That's who I'd be looking for. I don't know if they want to give him up. He's 6'6", 216. Logan Stanley in a first would probably get them Ekholm. And if they had Ekholm... Oh, by the way, Derek Forbert, before I head off here... No, shut up. I don't think so. Derek Forbert had 11 blocks last night against Montreal Canadiens. 11. And that's on the road. So it's not like he was at home and they were padding his block stats like they often do. He had that on the road. That's crazy. 11 block shots. Anyways, boys and girls, I got to get going here. I got to cook some food up for the little lady. And I will see you Monday for my weekend report. Oh, you know what? Shoot, what were we doing? We should have did Saturday's games too. Oh boy. We didn't do Saturday's games. Okay, I'll tell you what to do, you guys. You guys that are still in here right now, my last video I did, go in the comment section. Go in the comment section of the last video I did, my picks video, and put your picks in for Saturday. Okay? And I'll write them all down. I'll write them all down and we'll do them on Monday. Sound like a plan, you guys? You guys will do that? I maybe do that from now on. That sounds like a good idea because it's hard to get the Saturday picks in. There's lots of them. Okay. Sweet. Talk to you guys later. I might even do a picks video tonight. We'll see how I'm feeling. I usually don't do them on the weekends, but I might do. I'll see how I'm feeling. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Lots of love to you. Okay. Bye.